Now we will take a quick look at the Edit Digital Printing Inks, Foils, and Ribbons screen. This assumes that you have seen the comprehensive look at the Edit Vinyl screen and Edit Substrates screen from the Setting Up EstiMate and Your First Estimate sections of this tutorial. This will move rather more quickly. To get to the Edit Digital Printing Foils, Ribbons, and Inks screen, we click on Edit Data Files, Ingredients, and Foils, Ribbons, Inks. This brings up the Edit Foils, Ribbons, Inks list, where you can click New to create a new one, Edit to edit an existing one, or Delete to delete an existing one. In this case, we will edit an existing item in order to see how this is done. On this screen, you enter the description of the foil, ribbon, or ink the way you want to see it on your estimates and reports. Next, you select a supplier for your foil, ribbon, or ink, and if the supplier that you want is not in the list, you can click on the book to edit the list of suppliers. Next, you enter the height and width of the foil, ribbon, or ink you are entering. In the case of a foil or a ribbon, you simply enter the height, or in other words, the vertical dimension of your ribbon, and the width, or the number of feet or yards in the roll of the entire ribbon for the height and width. For inks, you enter a height and width which multiply out to the square foot coverage area that your ink cartridge or bottle can cover. And this information can be gotten from your ink manufacturer. The simplest way to do that would be to enter 1 foot in the height and the full number of feet of coverage in the width. Then you enter your cost for the entire ribbon or foil or container of ink, and EstiMate will automatically calculate the cost per square inch of that media. Then you enter a percentage markup, which we recommend leaving at the default of 100% unless you have predefined markups already on your materials. Then you enter the minimum square inches this foil must print. For inks, you will always set this to 1 square inch. For the color cam, we recommend 1 square inch. For the edge, it is 11.95 or rounded up to 12 square inches. And for the Fargo, it is 208 square inches. For any other machines, you will need to check the minimum area that machine has to print every time it makes an imprint onto a surface. And that's the number that goes here. The last thing to do is indicate the number of passes this particular foil or ink usually requires when printing. Passes equate to colors, in that 4-color process, or cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, is 4 passes, and spot color, or red, would be 1 pass. So depending on the type of ribbon that you're using, or the type of ink that you're using, enter the number of passes here. The bottom line is, if it's a process color, enter 4. If it is a spot color, enter 1. And if it's something other that's odd or unusual, enter the proper number of passes here. Now we will click Cancel to return to the Edit Foils, Ribbons, Inks screen, and click OK to return to the main screen of the program.